Have you ever let someone else decide your worth? I did, and it almost broke me. But what I learned from the situation changed everything. Stay with me, because this story can help you get your power back too. I'm Jen, also known as the Witch of 1,000 Faces. I help introverted, sensitive souls to stop letting others define them and step into the roles that make them feel alive. Today I'm sharing a personal story that taught me some of the hardest but most important lessons about boundaries and self-worth. When I was young, I was so low on self-worth that I allowed other people to trample all over my feelings. And then I met a narcissist. He seemed perfect at first, sweet, kind, caring. But secretly, he had another lover beside me. He compared me and the other woman against each other. He had an actual checklist because he wanted to find out which one of us would be the perfect match for him. And I allowed it because I thought that I was in love. Weeks went by. I was desperate. I was anxious. I was blaming myself. One time he even said that my feelings would annoy him. I was trapped in a game that wasn't fair, and it was not love. Finally, I invited him to my home to talk. He then showed his true colors. He was arrogant and cruel, taunting me all the time. And then he asked me if we could still be friends if he chose the other woman. He needed my answer for his checklist. That was the situation when I finally realized I am not a checklist of pros and cons. For fuck's sake, I am a human being with feelings. Then, when he was gone, I took a deep breath and made a decision. I blocked him, deleted all ways he could contact me, and started a cold detox. It was hard, but it was my first real act of self-respect in this situation. So, here are some things I want to share with you. The things I learned from the situation. First thing, you're more than a comparison game. Remember, you are not someone else's checklist. No one has the right to compare your worth against the worth of another person. Your feelings, your value, they are real. Second, recognize red flags early. Notice red flags and don't rationalize abusive behavior. If someone manipulates or disrespects you, pay attention. Don't make excuses for harm. Third learning, pause and reflect. Before investing too much energy in another person, pause and ask yourself, is this really serving me? That small pause can change everything. Fourth lesson, block toxic people. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is block toxic people. Protect your mental space. Cutting off contact isn't cruel, it's self-respect. Fifth lesson, focus on yourself. By focus on yourself, I mean this. Take your time to learn what you want, who you are, and what feels good to you. Self-love and awareness are your keys to freedom. You don't have to let others decide your worth. You don't have to play their games or follow their checklists. If my story resonated with you, save this video to remind yourself. You are more than anyone else's comparison. Follow me for more insights on reclaiming your voice, your power, and your true self. And remember, your feelings matter. Always. Hi everybody, Editing Jen here. I just wanted to point out that I'm not using the term narcissist lightly here in this video. The term is currently used as some kind of buzzword in everyday language, so I'd like to explain it briefly. In day-to-day language, a narcissist is understood to be a person who displays pronounced egotism, arrogance, and selfishness, and behaves recklessly towards others. Narcissistic personality disorder, on the other hand, is a profound personality disorder. It is characterized by low self-esteem and an extreme sensitivity to criticism. These traits alternate with conspicuous self-admiration, excessive vanity, and exaggerated self-confidence. The latter serves to compensate for the sufferer's low self-esteem. They are hiding it behind bold words and arrogant behavior. They don't play it, they mean what they say, every word. When they say, "I feel like Superman," they feel like Superman. When they say, "I should be the boss of the company," they're not joking. They're really thinking that they could do the job better than other people. In addition to the low self-esteem, narcissists have an extreme problem empathizing with other people. Narcissists tend to present themselves as magnificent to the outside world. For example, they always mention their professional achievements. They are very status conscious and they often talk about how exclusive and special they are. In doing so, they often overestimate their own abilities or portray them as better than they really are. They also tend to lie in order to get recognition or attention or to get their own way. Due to their lack of empathy, they often treat others in ways they themselves would not like to be treated. They exploit others or destroy their achievements out of pure envy. If you ever spend some time dealing with a real narcissist, you will notice the difference. Personally, I noticed it most in the way my narcissist talked about other people. He had clearly no understanding of their emotions. In conversations, there simply was no empathy. There was nothing there. That's like the lights are on but nobody's home. Instead of showing empathy, he almost always complained why he was the victim in the stories he told. If you ever meet people like this, don't try to fix them. I mean it, don't try it. They play those mind games they like to play way better than you and I. So I recommend retreating if your emotional and psychological health is important to you.